We are doing this event as a courtesy of really Kindlepreneur. I'm not that famous that, hundreds people will jump on the call. So they notified many people, and I hope my sloppiness with Zoom won't prevent too many of them to join. Okay, let's first address the elephant in the room. I'm Polish, and I was raised behind the Iron Curtain. I started learning English when I was 12. My accent is terrible. Yes, I know. So don't be polite Americans when you don't understand something, just say it.
Okay,
And I will try to say it better, which I don't promise. Um, and
good deal.
the second thing is okay, why we are here? Because I have a small book advertising agency. We are doing only Amazon ads. Um, and I published my first book almost exactly 12 years and 11 months ago. Now it's 19 of them out there, and I sold around 100,000 copies, at least half of them through Amazon ads. Since 2017, I started offering this as a service to other writers, and in 2018, I started a real business in Poland. And here we are after several years. I've worked with hundreds of authors. I've advertised almost everything. I don't recall a poetry book, but other than that, children's books, romance, fiction, non-fiction, memoirs, all kind of books. Um, so one more thing, Amazon ads really are a mystery. Maybe Janet Margot, who actually worked in Amazon while implementing the system of Amazon ads for books, yeah, maybe she knows more about it. But I'm I've been here for years, and it's changing and constantly changing. So if you do not understand it very well, you are not dumb. It's just the feature, not a bug. It's constantly changing, and it's hard to understand. So here we are. Actually, people are paying me for such consultations. I'm a freelancer on Ritzy, and people approach me from time to time, help me with Amazon ads, because I'm already running them, and I just don't know which if I'm doing it well or not. Okay, and let's start. It's 3 minutes past the hour, so let's start. Let me find the right window, and let's have a look at Liz's book. So, this is a non-fiction book. Um, and as you can see, not many reviews. Yet still you will see her ads account. They are working pretty well. Um, so maybe let's reverse the order. Not reverse, actually. Let's have a look at the ads. Here is her ad account. The view for this year. Um, Elise, have you started last year or it's
November 25th, 26th
okay?
is when I
So it's almost
launched
all the
launched
data we have, yeah.
right, launched it and then started the ads. Yeah.
And Elise has 20 ads overall. Okay, 19 of them are running. Um, so what I noted, I have analog notes.
Thank you.
First and foremost, search term reports. You haven't utilized them. After 65 days, you are losing this data. So I created for you uh, like one-time
Okay.
report for the all
Yeah.
period we could access, mm, and I created for you a monthly search term report. So every month at the beginning of the month, you will get um, the system report from the
Mhm.
last 30 days. So on
It's
May, it will
automated?
be for,
Mhm.
yes, automated. It will be for April.
Okay.
Um, Actually, I should show, okay, I can, if they will load, my own report because it has some history, unlike yours. So where is my sponsored ads? Yes, please. Mm, Weekly. So should be quite a lot of them. Yeah, so it will be like this. Every month, a new report. You can get into the report and then download a specific period. Going back to your, so that's the first thing. Like you haven't utilized that, and there is quite a lot of golden nudges in your search terms.
Okay.
Um, I've also noticed that in some of your ads, you are using just one um, format or another. So this is what marriage reset, broad keywords. Oh, come on, please. Don't do that during the webinar.
Oh, does it to me
Okay.
quite often. I have to go down the search terms.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh, it loves to hang. And
Yeah,
it depends on, this is what I wanted to see. Okay, 15
okay.
targets. And could you please? So in this campaign, you have two products, so paperback and Kindle. And this is how you should run your ads, even though it's nonfiction, so probably like 80% of your sales is paper and 80% of royalties. But still, for the sake of tracking, you need also a Kindle version here.
Okay.
Um, Kindle, this companion,
The not the companion,
this one.
that
Mhm.
one. That's correct. Yes.
Okay, add, um, and then pause it. Yeah, because you don't want to really advertise the Kindle version, but you want to track if it was bought or not. And only if you include the product in the specific campaign, it will be tracked. So now people can click on this ad,
Uh-huh.
actually go to the Kindle, buy it, and you won't see anything, and the search term will not register. So this is what you need to do with them.
So, okay. So you want it behind the scenes, but not being charged for it? Is that kind of what you're saying? Suggesting?
Um,
How does
Yes,
that?
yes and no. So it works like this.
Okay.
This is the product that is
Mm-hmm.
advertised. So
Mm-hmm.
if you sell a paper, it will be noted here in ads dashboard, in ads system, and so on. But if a person click on your ad, then go to Kindle and buy a Kindle, it won't be
Mm-hmm.
registered because in this specific campaign, Kindle is not a product that is advertised.
Okay.
But if you include that product and even pause it, it will still register. So that's like a trick here,
Okay.
which
Okay.
is of course less known. What
That is
else? What else? So I'm seeing quite a few automatic campaigns here, and you actually broken it down by particular matching, loose, close, substitutes, and so on. So you have many ads that in the end are doing similar thing. That's one thing, but the other is um, that like at the first glance, about half of the results are coming from the automatic ads. Um, on the one hand, it's a good news because I can see that your click-through ratio, CTR, is high. So Amazon understands your book well. Um, but automatic is something you don't control. So uh, everybody who is on the call, Liz is lucky. Like Amazon night her book, night her ads. She's getting a lot of clicks for not that much money. It's half a dollar per click, which recently it's pretty cheap. It's on the cheap side. Um, and yet her automatic ads are working and are working pretty well. Um, but if that's all you have in your arsenal and it's not working, which is often the case, then you have a problem. That's why if it works, then great. But I also recommend you, Liz, to get into those search term reports, look what actually converted, and try to target those. Uh, okay, and let's play some math. So what do we have here? Where is my... Voila. And please have a look. So from all your data from this year, the average results are click-through ratio is 0.28, which is pretty high. 0.1 is enough really to be satisfied with the performance. Of course, the higher the better. Then just the math, how many you spent on clicks versus how many sales were registered in the ad system, it costs you about $6.50 to get a reader. And I'm guessing you are not making $6.50 from $15 book. So just, to consider that, because I also think you are using the book as a lead magnet. You are getting some business from the readers, right?
That is the goal. Yes.
Okay, that is the goal. So you can afford
One of the
some loss.
goals.
Yeah.
One of the goals.
And going back to your numbers, and this is the conversion number. So you need
Okay.
about 13 clicks to get one reader. Meaning, like if 130 people click on your ad, 10 of them will buy.
Okay.
Um, and this is your like average for all the campaigns. And by those averages, you can also assess, uh, have a look at the numbers of your campaign and okay, this Christian keywords, it's 200 clicks, 29 sales, so it's converting better than 13, like less than 10, less than 9, I think even. Uh, so this is above average campaign.
Okay. Okay.
And then you can double down on, okay, this is working. Also, everybody have a look at her account. She is pretty lucky to have many campaigns with many clicks because uh, with Amazon ads, it's not about the time, it's about the amount of data you collect. Because you can have an ad running for a year and yet collect just 70 clicks. Yeah. So uh, if she can in a few months get hundreds of clicks, now she has those data that we are analyzing. Yeah, because if you have less than 100 for your whole account, it's like guessing. It may be luck, it may be bad luck. You don't know. But with so many clicks, so how many we do have? Oh, come on, almost 4,000 clicks. Yeah, those are solid numbers. Now you have the baseline, and you can now tweak your book description, your book page, and see if it helps or hurts your conversion ratio.
And
So also,
can I ask real
yes,
quick, when you're talking about the Christian word, um, that category was converting really well. You said 10%? I
I
missed where you,
sent less than 10 clicks.
Oh, less
to
than
get
10
a
clicks.
reader.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm. So we have the data. Okay, and one more, like very tiny piece of feedback. Work on your um, naming convention because
Okay.
you probably understand it well. I'm like external observer and what is campaign? Okay, it's automatic. Well, now I can, uh, but you should, when we run ads for clients, we always try to keep some like here TMR uh, abbreviation of the book name so we know for which book.
Okay.
You have not much of a problem because you have just a book and companion to it. But there are writers who had like several series,
Okay.
hundreds of books, and then you cannot manage it that way because you will just be scrolling and scrolling
Okay. Scroll.
through your data instead of analyzing them.
So you
So
you like so you like to do the say TMR and then do you use a date so that you can kind of
no,
know
not at
or
all,
what is
because you have the
okay.
column which is start date,
Ah,
and if you
okay.
need a date, then
Okay.
but also you can, because the only thing
Hmm.
you can do about the start date is to order the data by
Hmm.
ascending or descending, but you cannot filter. Okay, I want data
Hmm.
just from this month. Nope,
Okay.
like only the date um, field here
Okay.
serves that, and we are limited to some options.
Okay.
Right now, I'm looking into year to date, which is at the end of April. It's a good uh, amount of data to look into. Yeah, it's several
Okay.
months, a few months. So
Okay.
look at Liz's book. Only 24 reviews, and she already sold hundreds of copies of this book this year with Amazon ads. Uh, it's a bit easier for nonfiction because people are actually typing something to solve their problem and finding the book, yeah? Um, and you have pretty high conversion ratio, um, those 13 clicks. It's about what I aim for when running ads for my clients. Uh, 10 and less than 10 is ideal. Up to 20 is manageable, then you can tweak your book page and get lower. Let me
Okay.
see. One thing I can recommend immediately is adding editorial reviews to your book page. Do you know what that is? Okay, so let me demonstrate on my book. And it works only, by the way, it works only in the US market.
Ah, okay.
So, okay, here it is, a section called Editor Reviews, and this is actually the content I curated. I picked some snippets from different reviews and
Oh,
put them uh, in Author Central. And I'm pretty sure you have your
I
Author
have an offer
Central. Yes, you
central.
have.
Okay.
So, how does it work? Oh, hmm, I need to open this and actually demonstrate.
Okay.
You go to your Author Central, to your book, and you need to repeat the process for each format, edit
Okay.
details, and then you have add review.
Okay.
Um, then the Amazon rules are that they supposed to be from reputable sources like New York Times and so on. That's the letter of the law. The practice is that you can get away with almost anything here.
Okay.
Uh, my advice is always just not lie. Like, you have so many
Hmm.
reviews. If you have
Yeah.
any endorsements, that's even better, because what actually works, I'll go back to mine. What actually works is uh, like
Ah, uh-huh.
this, the credential of the person, yeah, because who knows Steven, but top 1,000 reviewer. Oh, yeah, that's something.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
and I can
And I have lots of,
demonstrate
so that's
another book.
untapped real estate, basically.
Yes. So if you add
Okay.
those, your conversion will increase by a few, maybe
Okay.
dozen percentage points. So you will
Okay.
need less clicks to sell the same amount of books. Okay, so here I have something really juicy like New York Times best-selling author, uh, and this is the review on Forbes. Yeah, okay, that's juicy.
Yeah.
Um, okay, that's my feedback about your book, Liz. And
Okay.
what questions do you have?
Let's see. Well, if we, there's two different ad sets that had started. There's one that is named properly like the TMR, and there's the other
Mm-hmm.
one that is, starts off with a campaign. When when I'm going through to clean them up, does it really matter which one they originally started in, or just here's the
No,
year to date, go
no,
with it?
yeah.
Okay.
And you can,
Primary,
of
primary
course, go to campaign
goals.
settings and change the name. That's all.
Okay. Okay. And having them all start off the TMR makes it a sense. I can rename them. Where would you say I'm losing the most money or I'm losing the most advantage at this point in time? If you okay, quick, you got some holes in your boat. Where do I need to go first?
Your biggest haul, and by the way, it's all three people I picked, and of course I didn't know because I haven't access to your accounts. Search term
Hmm.
reports and search term data. Oh, by the way, I
Okay.
have your report right here, and we
Hmm.
can see that okay, those are exact divorce, marriage help, and they are working much better than average because it takes 8 clicks to get a sale from those.
Okay.
Um, but let's see broad. Then we can see hmm, many iterations of like marriage book that converted
Mhm.
into sales, and you can target them all.
Okay.
Exactly. This is the gold from Amazon ads really, and also you can
Okay.
like scroll through all of this and
Hmm.
okay, what's converting? Christian books on marriage. How to
Hmm.
regain your wife's trust. Oh, interesting. Yeah, some of them are obvious when you see them, and some of them are like, oh, I would never think about using that as my keyword. Yeah, so this is the
Okay.
untapped real estate. And from
Okay.
automatic ads, you are getting plenty of ASINs. And then
Okay.
there is no easy way. You need to get the ASIN, go to Amazon, amazon.com/DP, and then paste the ASIN and check out.
Okay.
Okay, this is the book that converted.
Okay. Wow.
And also look at repeating. Look for repeating terms, repeating
Mm.
ASINs, because when we look here, okay, one click and my sale. That's usually just blind luck. Uh,
Hmm.
yeah, this person was on this book page and yeah, they decided to buy. But if you see 33 clicks and then five
Ah.
sales, oh, that's like another baseline for you.
Okay.
This term will convert at 10 clicks.
Okay. And
So,
also thinking with some of the words that the exact words, that might be something to make sure that they're in my book description. They're in some to drive the searches better.
yes.
Okay.
What else?
Wow. Um, so those would be the first kind of places to be going to.
Definitely. And you already have this like last 65-day report, plenty of data
Yeah.
there, hundreds
Okay.
of clicks, dozens of sales. And you have, I will send it to you later. You have those
Mm-hmm.
baseline numbers. Yeah, six and a
Okay.
half dollar, 13 clicks to get a reader. So
Okay.
you know then which campaign is better or worse than that. And okay, that's your golden standard for, okay, this is working, this is not
Mm-hmm.
working that well.
Okay, yeah, I appreciate that very much. And just, the trick that you said about making sure you're adding the ebook, but pause that product line. Does that make sense for um, campaigns that are already running to be
Yes,
doing the same thing?
yes,
Okay. Okay. Wow, learned a lot. Thank you. I
you're
know there's
most
a
welcome.
ton more questions I have. So I guess in the ones, what questions should I be asking you that I don't know enough about? And that is in some part the reports that you showed me.
Hmm.
Are there other things that I should be asking you, but I'm not at that level of understanding yet?
Yeah, so I guess it's also kind of mystery for most of authors, the matching types. So broad, phrase, and exact. How do they work? Um,
Yeah.
so let's see, maybe your system report.
Mhm.
This is from automatic ads. So let's have a look. Those. So exact means someone typed only divorce, and you are targeting that. That's why your ad showed. Um,
Okay.
but here the keyword was just marriage and matching was broad. So, okay, there is a marriage at the end of this whole sentence.
Oh,
That's why it was connected to your ad. Do you have something? Help, book, trust. Love may be a tricky thing because a lot of romances have love in the title. Yeah, and then
mhm.
someone is looking for that book and see your ads, which is really not the kind of book they are looking for. They want entertainment, not to fix their marriage. Yeah. So
Okay.
that's why you need to be careful with broad because anything from
Mhm.
here can match. And then if you use something more general like uh, marriage book about, then the word about, which appears in
Uh,
zillion of searches, can match to your. Of course, Amazon is not that stupid. It had been that stupid like 5 years ago, but still there is a risk. So I
okay.
almost always use phrases. So because
Okay.
phrase uh, works that like this marriage book. So
Mhm.
marriage book for Christians. Okay, that's phrase because marriage book is there. Uh, whereas marriage book as broad can be a fantasy book because the word book is here.
Mm. So I'm actually like losing money because of it's a broad assertion,
Uh,
or it's not as dialing down for
okay,
the
here
the
it's what
buyer.
converted, yeah. So
Hmm.
converted because I filter it for what converted. But let's see what haven't converted,
Okay.
and then yeah, maybe you are losing money. Let's see. Hmm. This is like a word book. Um,
Yield money. Yeah.
Daily
Okay.
broad. Where is daily here? Okay, the daily reserve.
Okay.
That's like not really fitting
Mm-mm.
your genre. Here, thought on love, maybe. So, uh, you should use
So
always separately broad, phrase, and exacts. I mean, in separate campaigns. Don't mix them, and have
okay.
in mind this that broad should be the cheapest, phrases should be in the middle, exacts should be the um, most expensive, because otherwise, if you mix this, always um, the campaign with the highest bidding still traffic from other campaigns. So if you bid broad as the highest, your exact
Mm,
and phrases won't work at all.
okay. Okay. And that's when you start to kind of optimize and start to figure out or which ones I'm not right now I'm spending time culling the herd type of to take out the ones or take the lower performing ones out, put them in their own campaign and let the winners run for a while to see what that data has and that what that's showing me.
Exactly.
Okay.
And you have now your baseline. So you know if you collect 40 clicks, then okay, 5 sales mean it's really good. One sale
Okay.
means it's pretty bad. Now you know.
Okay.
Like before uh, gathering those data, you had no clue. Okay,
Okay.
so let's switch
Thank
to
you.
LG because it's time for that. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
Please turn off your video. LG, can you show up your beautiful face?
Hmm, very kind of you. It's telling me I can't start my video, but you have
Okay,
stopped it.
so did I make you? Okay, make a co-host. Voila, now you can.
Okay.
Awesome. Let me
Oh, there I
move.
am. Okay.
This is LG, this is LG. And by the way, you are lucky that I can pronounce uh, your letters. Like I missed that lesson in the primary school, and for the sake, I cannot spell all the letters. Some of them are very difficult for me.
I understand that.
Um, Sure. So LG has a long 19-book series, fiction series. Mhm. And the book is in Kindle Unlimited, collecting pages read. Tell me how much of royalties have you from sales versus from pages read?
Um, yeah,
Oh,
I'm
the
gonna
top
have to
of your
look at
mind.
it.
You don't have to be exact.
Oh no, I think the page reads is about 40%, I think.
Yeah, so significant amount of your
Yeah, oh yes,
royalties, and that's
definitely.
pretty consistent with all the fiction I have seen.
Okay.
Not here. Go on. So your ads, you actually have like two ads running this year. One is
Hmm.
the automatic ad, and another is come on, product ad. Uh, so what do we have here? So as I have been explaining to Liz, like those are ads run by Amazon AI. So it depends on it, the understanding of your metadata and so on. Uh, you are at risk because you are not in control. You are just telling Amazon, okay, do something, please. And it does something. Then in categories, you say, okay, I want those. What we have, by the way, in your crime thrillers. Okay, but there is zillion of crime thrillers on
Yeah.
Amazon, and you have no control which the AI will pick. So that's why you should start your ads. Sorry, reports. I also created for you the reports, search term
Okay.
reports with the data harvested from your campaigns.
Okay.
So
So you're
let,
saying both of my ads are automated or just the one?
or like this one is automated and this one is semi-automated because you are telling
Okay.
it crime killers and there is zillion of
Okay.
crime killers. So you actually do not. You've seen Liz's ads. They have very specific things that are relevant to her subject, yeah?
Right,
So that's
right,
why a lot of it was well connected. In your case, you are
right.
just saying, let's hope that crime thrillers will do the job.
Okay.
And it's
I
not.
didn't create these ads.
Yeah.
I paid someone to create these ads for me and just let them, manage
Hmm.
them and run them, and then they quit being effective. And so, are you
So,
saying should I start over and create new ads,
yeah, well, let's see. You have
or
that.
can I just convert them from
Let's have a
automated?
look. So your
Okay,
cost per click for the automatic ad, it's just 32 cents. It's low. The category ad is higher. Okay. So if you want something to target more precisely, you need to use even higher bid, or you need to drop the bids in this category ad. So
okay.
it will not steal the traffic from your other targeted
So you're
ads.
saying raise my bid in the category ad.
No, no, no. Drop the bid here.
Oh, drop it.
So when you will start, let's say, exact targeting ad, you can bid half a dollar, 60 cents, and still get impressions and clicks. Because if you bid less than this, it will be stealing the traffic from your better ad. Yeah. Um, so I haven't done the exact count, but okay. So at this is the fiction case. At the first glance, this is terrible. 228 sales and 5,500 clicks. So it's more than 20 clicks. Uh, but there are also pages thread.
Mhm.
And how many do we have here? 100,000 this year, which will be probably like 200 sales, additional 200 sales. And now your math changes dramatically. It's not 20 something clicks, it's similar to Liz, about 13 clicks to get one reader. Um, and the cost the same, 2,700 by like 400 something. That's around $5-6 if my math is right. So $5-6 to get a reader, and my hunch is that the value of your reader is much higher than those $5 because you have 19 books, and the
19
reader
books and
who will
series. Yeah.
read everything will provide a lot more royalties than that. So, and that's your baseline. By the way, like do your math exactly like I did for Liz. Okay, 100,000, that's probably 200 readers and 228, so 428 readers. This amount uh, of cost by those readers, this amount of clicks by those readers, and now you have your metrics. Um, Maybe all of you here on the webinar noticed, but I don't look at ACOS at all. Especially with fiction, it's a losing proposition because it's not only different formats, Kindle and paperback, but it's also pages thread. So it's impossible to count without external tool. And if I recommend something, it is Publisher Champ. I really, really recommend that tool for figuring out how much your the lifetime value of your reader is worth. That tool will tell you exactly in dollars.
Which tool would you repeat that?
Publisher Champ.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let's have a look at your ads. This is the product ad, and so there are few mistakes at the same time. First, it is you are using 300 different targets. Nobody knows that who does not run many ads, but Amazon's algorithm comprehends about 40 targets.
Okay.
So if you put 290, only about 40 of them will get some traction. So we have 50 on this page. So
Okay.
the last ones are getting just 2 clicks this whole year. And then when we go to the next page, probably the last one will get 0 clicks.
So I should
Oh,
delete a lot of those.
you should, because they may be a good targets. You just don't know because the algorithm ignored them. Why it ignored them? Because it can
Okay.
like manage about 40 at the time. So it took the best 40 according to it, and the rest of them like are like this, like 0 impressions, one
Right.
impressions in. So you take them and use them in different campaigns, 40 at the time.
Okay. So more ads and fewer targets for each ad.
Yes.
Okay. Got to keep it simple for me.
Yep. And for everybody else, and you are doing
Yes.
great
There's
job
just so
because
much data. I get
yeah,
overwhelmed by
exactly.
all the numbers and the data and the categories, and then I kind of click away and go, oh, never mind. More ads,
And here
fewer,
is another thing
fewer targets.
with this comprehension of the algorithm. You mixed uh, ASINs, products, specific books, and categories. So that's not apples and oranges, but apples and elephants. It's totally different thing. So when
Okay.
you target the intruder, you target this book and maybe others who bought of that book, and that's about all. So limited set. When you target crime dealers, it's probably tens of thousands of titles. Huge, huge data set. And you can see this in your data that, okay, you have overall in this campaign 127 sales. Over 100 of them comes from those two categories. So actually, like I will rename this as a category, turn off all the other targets, and start product ads targeting books separately. Let it be your category ad. And by the way, there's another quirk of Amazon. Okay, you targeted categories, they get some traction. Okay, if it's working, don't fix it. Keep it
Okay.
here. Let it keep working. Um, and what is not working, you may take out to a different. So this is the another Amazon's problem because those two targets were so huge, they overwhelmed everything else. Yeah, this one got almost 2,000 clicks, 200 clicks, this 100 clicks. And then as you can see, like you have 2 digits. And after another page, you have 1 digit because all the attention was given here.
Hmm.
And actually, those CTRs aren't good. Meaning, probably there is something like your cover is not that great. However, the automatic ad is working fine. So maybe it's not that the cover sucks. Maybe it sucks for crime dealers. Or let's see,
I
mystery
those books,
series. Yeah,
those
mystery
covers
series.
are done by Thomas and Mercer. I agree.
Mystery series is even worse. Yeah, so yeah, that cover probably doesn't fit mystery series genre.
I
Um,
think part of the problem is the title, The Sex Club. It doesn't seem like a mystery, but all my other books after that have the word dead or dying or something like that in the title. So
but that's another quirk of fiction. You can only advertise book number one. Well, effectively, because of course you
yes,
can advertise number 15, but it just doesn't work.
no,
Which, by
I
the
know.
way, I think it's somewhere in your either in this campaign or another. Okay, here you have just okay, and this is exactly what I recommended, yeah, for Liz. So you have both formats. One is paused, collects the data, uh, but do not cost you. but I wasn't. Okay, so here, I think that was you. I'm confusing everybody. So, oh yeah. So here in the automatic ad, right? This is the product ad. You included a lot of your books.
Mhm.
It's just a losing proposition, as you can see. Like
I
they are not
shouldn't
getting
do that.
many. They are not getting many clicks. And look at the CTRs; they are terrible. Actually, only Sex Club is working here. So
Get rid of the other product.
how's them? Okay,
Hmm?
thank you, goodbye. And they are not running now. Only
Okay.
Sex Club.
Okay.
Uh,
Thank you for doing that. I
and
appreciate that.
I would actually add here. Okay, let's add the paperback and pause it later. Sex. No, yeah, paperback. Okay.
So you're adding the paperback and you're saying, but I should pause it and not actually run the ads for it, but
Yes,
just include it
yes.
for the data. Okay. I
Exactly.
learned that from the last one.
So let's see. Auto is converting well. Too many targets. Categories are overwhelming other targets. Okay, and let's see if you have expanded ASINs. That will be in products. Yeah, you have. So this is match typing. Uh, Match type. Yeah. So either you uh, target a specific book and just this book and just this format of this book, or you are using expanded, meaning I will target Whitefire Girl and probably all the other books from this series and others who bought. So everything that is affiliated with this title may be targeted. And recently, like since December, ASIN expanded ads are behaving like broad ads. I've seen even just phrases typed in the search box in ASIN expanded ads. So again, it's a different animal. This is different than this. You should separate them. That's one because like
Okay.
with the category, you are targeting tens of thousands of books. With the expanded product, you are targeting this book and like a few dozen, maybe 100, 200 books that are somehow connected to the title. Uh, with exact product targeting, you are targeting just the intruder and nothing else. And actually, only this format of intruder, which is probably Kindle.
Okay.
Um,
Got some work to do.
So expanded, it's the same story. It's like broad for phrases. It should be always cheaper than uh, the exact. So we
Okay. So I
have
should be
bits
bidding
here.
lower on the broad stuff. Bidding. Okay.
Yeah, on expanded. Because here,
Okay.
if the intruder had been affiliated with this product, this target wouldn't get any traction because uh, that target would steal traffic from it because it's priced
Okay.
higher. Is this all? Yep, that's all I had for your account. What questions do you have?
Not too many. You covered a lot of it. I did want to just look back at one of my questions about the consumer phrase versus the keywords that we use, and
Mm-hmm.
so but I should be focusing more on the phrase consumers use to find books, but then how do I target my keywords to match that?
So you don't have many phrases because you were targeting products mostly and automatic targeting also, yeah, targeted mostly books, at least for what converted for you.
Okay.
So for example, NOR converted for you. Or Ordinary Grace. Maybe you know the book, maybe you don't know. But so see, okay, you are targeting the whole category of crime thrillers and one specific book. A person type it looking for that book, saw your ad, clicked on it, bought your book. Uh,
One person.
well, one person, yeah, we have
Yeah.
one click.
Yeah.
So in this is okay. I think Liz's report is better to show that. Yeah, you target this, you are getting iterations, which you may think of or not. This is the function of search term report. So you have like those specific things people type. This is probably a title of some book, which may be very obscure, and you would never find it on Amazon unless Amazon provided you this data. Okay, someone typed 111 excuses, clicked on that, bought the book.
My grandson lives with me.
Going back to your account. No, that's Liz's, sorry. Okay. Yeah, so targeting is what you said, okay, I will target the intruder or crime killers. But the search term from the search term report is what actually either if it's typed, so what people typed and then your ads displayed and they clicked on it, or where they were in the store, like, okay, they were on the intruder's book page, so your ad clicked on it,
Okay.
voila.
Okay.
In that case, let's move to the next offer.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
You're
that.
most welcome.
That was helpful.
And that person is
Do you want me to
Melissa.
shut my video off?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Hey, McCall.
Hello, hello. Okay, so let's have a look at your book. Here we are.
I've got my pen and paper and I'm ready for you.
Melissa is writing Christian fiction. My guess is you also are getting a lot of money from pages read.
Yeah,
Like,
about
relatively.
45.
Yeah. So you need to pay attention also what converts to pages read. So what do we have here? First of all, is this yours? Yeah, I've just created for you
Thank you.
the monthly report, which I demonstrate for everybody. It's like default option, search term, last 30 days. You just changed recurring, monthly, and pick the longest date possible. By the way, all those reports are created for you. They will finish at the end of 28. So you can go back to this report, look into its settings, and then change the date for the next year. It will be available, in 27 to extend it to 29 and so on and so on. But let's also, oh, come on, don't be. Let's also demonstrate how to get last 65 days. So you manually pick the dates. I would say last 65 days, and you will see it in which days that they were in the settings of the report. Voila. Like here, okay, from February 18 to April 23. Okay. So, okay. Once it will be processed, you can click on it and download it.
Okay.
So that's one thing which you haven't had, yeah?
Yes.
Search terms. What else do we see here? Okay, Christian fiction. which is funny because I think only Christian fiction is what had been working in this campaign, nothing else.
I know.
And now you were missing all those iterations because they converted into pages read or sales. Books for women, 26, and so on and so on. And you have like for some of them enough data. 30 clicks, 4 sales. That's like 8 clicks to get a sale for top selling Christian fiction books. You should target that separately as a phrase
All
instead
by
of
itself.
Christian fiction. Yeah. Because the
Okay.
longer is the thing people typing in, the cheaper it is in the end. So it's better, especially if it converts well. Yeah, and it converts well. It's just 8 clicks.
Do I do phrase or exact when I make its own campaign?
Both.
Okay.
And it should be your thinking should be always like that. Okay, let's say you still run exact Christian fiction. So if the bid for this campaign for exact Christian fiction, no, that's not exact, sorry. That's phrase because you have match type
I
phrase,
just
sorry.
said the word exact. My ads are such a
Mhm.
mess. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so exactly. That's what I thought because I noticed that before. So this is a phrase and it can target this if the price in this campaign will be higher than other campaigns. So if you want to exactly um, target this, you need to use a higher price point. So
Okay.
this campaign won't steal from this target. And if you want other iterations of this as a phrase, then again, you need to have it higher than Christian fiction. Otherwise, Christian fiction will steal from this. So it's always like a pyramid of value. The more broad, like Christian fiction is pretty general, yeah,
Yeah.
versus summer, versus for women even. Um, so the more general thing is the cheaper it should be in your targeting. And then the more granular is your target, the higher price it should have.
Okay.
Mhm. That's reports, and that's the automatic ad. Mhm. And again, finish your some reports, you can see what you got, and let's have a look at your overall performance. So this year, right? Or lifetime this year. Excellent. Over 111,000 of pages read, which is 220 readers and 260 readers, overall 480. Okay, and you spent 3,000. So it's about $6 something to get a reader. And as I told LG, figure out what's the value of the reader for you. You have 4 books. Of course, not everybody who buy book number 1 will buy all other books. So again, publisher champ, it will give you the exact dollar figure once you will upload the data.
I love that. Thank you. Yes.
And then you will know, okay, you are paying $6.50 to get a reader, but the actual value of the reader is, of the average reader is $10. So you can do it all day long and spend $1 million on ads because you will make 1.4 million.
Hmm.
Okay, one more thing. Clicks. So we have 400 readers. It's very good conversion ratio.
Oh,
It's a very good conversion ratio. It's below 10 clicks. Um, probably because you are using a much higher bits than two other gals here. Um, so in the rows of ads, can we find sponsored somewhere? No, but it looks the same, yeah. So it's sponsored and the ads are displayed. The higher your bid is, the bigger chances you have to end up here on the first page, and your click-through is higher. It works that way. We have automatic and exact, and they were working. And those others, they weren't
I
bad.
know.
I don't know why you pause them and what they actually do, or stop them completely automatic. Okay, so one automatic ad is enough. Ooh, I think I also noticed one.
I have one more, I think, going right
Okay,
now.
so this is you are targeting only the Kindle in this automatic ad. Again, I would
Mhm.
recommend to add paperback and pause it. But
Do I
in
just add the first book or would I add the whole
yeah, only the
series?
first, only the first.
Okay.
Oh, and here is where I was very surprised because in this campaign you are targeting actually the paperback and getting a lot
Hmm.
of sales,
Yeah.
but also pages read. Why aren't you using the Kindle here?
My people like the paperback. I feel like I get more sales when I just show the paperback.
Okay, let's see lifetime. Okay, we don't know.
And that's a problem. I'm using my feeler to decide my decisions, is what you're
Mm-hmm,
seeing.
mm-hmm. So this is what exact, huh? Yeah, because when you enable both, then it will be up to Amazon to show this or that, and it's up to Amazon whims or strategy, maybe. Like I've heard about this, they want to push paperbacks more for like few months. They will display more paperback ads instead
Mm.
of Kindle. So yeah, that's your problem. Don't use the gut feeling. Test your come on theories. Yeah, so create the um, Christian fiction for Kindle and see how it performs. Does it get better CTR? Uh,
Why
bet
isn't it showing any data at all?
because it had been paused from the very beginning, probably. Yeah, this is lifetime history. So yeah,
But I thought we were supposed to put them in there and pause them and still get the
yeah.
data.
So you won't get data here, but look at here. You got some pages
Okay.
read data for the
Okay.
paperback, meaning people clicked on it, went to Kindle, actually borrowed the book, started reading, and you got this data. This
Okay.
is this is exactly the illustration of what I was talking about. So this pause and it's not working, but because it's included, we can see the metrics of this active ad regarding this product. And among those sales, they were probably some Kindle sales as well.
A little.
Okay, let's have a look at this to figure out which product is better. So you get, that's just April. Let's see how long, okay, not last month. Let's see 90 days. And this is sweet and paperback. So this is, oh no, this paper. Uh, what's your first book? Sorry. Place to belong.
It's
Yeah,
the right one. A place to belong.
place to belong. So okay, and which is which? This is the
The
Kindle
top one is
version.
paperback.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So uh, as you can see, for the Kindle, you are getting more pages read. That's sure. Then how is the conversion? It's a bit more than 10 clicks for paper, whereas it's okay, but we didn't include the readers, so that's 32. So it's about 200 readers. Okay, less than 10 clicks. And here we have 80 something and 51, 130, which will be like 7 clicks. So it converts better, uh, but it converts worse when it comes to people seeing the ad and clicking on it. So this is this um, metric. Yeah. You need it, like the number of impressions is practically the same, but a lot more people clicked on the paperback ad.
Mm-hmm.
This is your data. Now you need to decide what are you doing with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but also
So
how much is it worth? Yeah, because you sold, let's say, 170 paperbacks. How much you made? You sold 50 copies of ebook and got tens of thousands of pages read. How much is it worth? And compare which is better for you. And also, one doesn't really exclude the other, uh, especially in your case. Like for a fiction book, your paperback is performing very well. Normally, it's like 10%, 5%. So not very important. In your case, I would run ads both for both formats of the book.
okay,
What questions do you have?
okay. So um, so what happens if I run an ad and it's bringing the wrong readers? The expectations aren't connected with that person, but they
Mm-hmm.
connect with other people just fine. I get the feeling and I turn it off. I'm like, you're not working for my favor. So I just get rid of
Mm-hmm.
that one. Is that the right answer on that?
Yes, and you can use this information to rate like negative keywords. For example, you have like uh, Christian fiction kind of romance. So like steamy romances, maybe your negative keyword, and you will know that by running the ads. Let's go back to year to date and see, and let's try to find something which wasn't working. And by
Okay.
the way, your
Okay.
CTR is excellent, so the cover is excellent.
That's fantastic.
Oh,
Like on exact, which is not exact, we know. But when I add negative to that exact one, it slowed down so much. And is that because there's so little traffic to Christian fiction, it really takes it sifts out so much?
so phrase. If it's phrase, then Christian fiction something. Yeah, it's just so you say you sorry you use the negatives. Let's have a look at them. Mm, this
Oh, I got
author.
rid of them.
Okay, you get rid of them. Yeah, so it's just a quirk of Amazon engine that it stole the traffic from you. So I would say this. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. For example,
Okay.
for one of my fiction clients, we got a lot of hits for like free Kindle, which of course they were freebie seekers. They didn't want to buy the book. Wrong traffic. And then in this campaign, this free was like half of the campaign. And of course, we want to eliminate that. And we have no problem with slowing down because that half wasn't really proper readers. So
Hmm.
uh, that's the good example. The bad example is if actually was something was working and then you add some negative keywords and you have a problem because instead of 100 clicks you are getting 5. yeah, then it's
Mhm.
the pace at which you are getting data is really not not doing you a favor.
Okay. When it comes to keywords, if I'm getting 8 clicks to a buy, do I wait till I have probably 5 buys and then I pull that keyword out and make its own campaign?
Um, I would rather act faster because it's not that easy to get data for specific keywords. You are lucky that you know that Christian fiction is actually working for you and you have exact data about it. Let's find it. Search terms. And this is this Christian fiction only. 187, 20 clicks, and like 5 readers from pages read. So way less um, than 10 clicks to get a reader. I would use it as exact in a separate campaign among other very good performing keywords.
Oh, okay. You said to Liz, I would double down on this one. What does it actually mean to double down on something?
So increase the bit because let's have a look. Top of search.
Really?
So you are getting now about 11% of all the traffic for Christian fiction in the Amazon store, according to the data, which I trust with a pinch of salt. But and your bid is around $1. If you make it like 10% higher, you won't get 10% more impressions. You will get 20, 40% of impressions because with higher price point, you're eligible for many more auctions for bids in the store. But I would do it in a controllable manner. So, okay, this is phrase. Let's go to fiction, sorry, to exact and bit higher than you are using here because you have the ironclad data that okay, it's just 7 clicks or so. So you can probably afford to spend $7 or 8 even and get a reader. That's doubling down.
Okay,
So
okay.
what is working, bid it higher. Then after you know the specific um, performance, like now you know, okay, it's about 7 clicks. You can keeping in mind that this is still targeting the phrases. So it always has to be lower. Um, you can drop the bit gradually of your exact targeting and see where it starts losing performance. And okay, that's your optimal point.
Okay. Can you go back to my campaigns and turn on only the actives? Okay. So the small town romance series keyword. My bid on that right now, just to try to see if I can get
Mm-hmm.
seen, is
You cannot.
$12.
Yeah.
Why is that?
CPC is $2. So why is that? Because Amazon
Are there just
thinks
that?
it's not a small town romance series
All right.
for some
Okay.
reason. And
No, it's not the focus.
yeah, so if you are bidding high and it's not working, don't fight with the algorithm. Okay, no means no. I will focus
Okay.
on Christian fiction.
Okay. Okay.
All right,
Um, thank you so much.
you're most welcome. That's about all. And some people already escaped. The rest of you have this chance to ask me questions, so I will scroll through. Greetings, greetings. I don't see any questions much. Okay, when the keywords are working, I'm getting sales. 15 no sales, pause that keyword. Okay, but if the keyword is working, okay, that's a question from Liz. 15 clicks is, I would say, um, rule of thumb metric. In your case, it's 13 clicks. Yeah, because you know that, okay, on average, it takes me 13 clicks to get a reader. So if it's more than that, as I said, for 39 clicks, you know that one sale is terrible, 5 is great, because now you know your metrics. Do ya? I always run auto ads. I always start from them because then Amazon really targets the whole store and the titles and the things people are typing that I would never think of to target manually. Uh, and I also pay attention, like I'm checking on them constantly, at least once a week, because if they are not performing, I turn them off. They are not performing. If they are performing, they then can make or break a book, which we saw in one of those accounts. Like it was only category and auto ad, and the auto ad was performing very well. What else? How do you calculate cost to acquire a buyer of a book? I'm focusing on clicks because clicks generate the cost. And there is, especially it's different for nonfiction and fiction with Kindle Unlimited. Yeah, then you need to assume that some number of pages, it is one reader, 100 or 1,000, depending on how big is your book. So how many pages is for them to read from cover to cover, and then you have the data. Okay, 100 sales, 100,000 pages read, which is 200 readers. Okay, so you have 300 readers, 1,000 clicks. Okay, that's a very optimistic math. But in that case, okay, that's 3-4 clicks to get a reader. So this is how I calculate that. I don't look at ACOS, especially if you have more than one book, then more formats, because ACOS is based on the price that people are paying for the book, not on your royalties. So you are making $2 on an ebook, $5 on a paperback, $10 on hard copy, and then some pages read. Now ACOS is totally unmeaningful. The only time I'm using it is, okay, I have actually one product. Like I have one client who sells textbooks. So yeah, it's based on just the paperback royalties. Then I can look into ACOS. Okay, so when it comes to different match types and bidding, always the least precise should be the cheapest, and the most precise should be the highest. So if you have a broad matching, it should be the cheapest. Romance book, broad. Because if you want also romance book exact and in broad, it will be higher price, then broad will steal from your exact. So this is the rule that you should follow. Broad the cheapest, phrase in the middle, exact matching the highest. A starting bid. Yes, so when you are starting, then you can have a look at recommended bidding. So let's have a look into one of our friends' ad. Ad, I said. Okay. Columns, and we can have suggested bid. Yes, it is here. Let's see. So the bid Melissa is using is 0.97. What they recommend is $3. So at the beginning, you may use their suggestions. So if you actually want to check if your book can run for Christian fiction, bid it $2.50, and you will probably get traction. Uh, but if your budget is tight, then definitely start from something and up by like 10 cents at the time, and see where is the moment when you are getting traction and if that makes economical sense for you. And also, like, just from my observation, I'm doing quite a lot of projects for like completely new authors with just one book, and which Amazon doesn't like because they don't have the data about their performance, and it takes about $1 to get some traction. What else do we have? Okay, those adjustments for top of the search or product pages and so on. Yes, I look into the data which we have in the campaign, and if it works, then I increase it up to the point when, of course, economically it doesn't make sense anymore. So if you adjusted 10% for each type of targeting, and then you see that products are getting clicks and conversions and sales, yeah, of course, increase those and forgot about the others, especially if they do not convert. How to create ads? Getting keywords that work. Publisher Rocket. So Kindlepreneur's product for mining keywords. This is what I recommend. And now they have this great functionality called reverse async. So you take a bestseller from your genre, put it through reverse async, and Publisher Rocket will return like 20 or 200 different phrases that this book ranks for. And then you can look at them and, okay, this makes sense for me, this makes sense for me. Just pick from among them. And this real data from Amazon store. So it eliminates a lot of guessing. Okay, Alice, you ask again about having different versions. So you have all the formats in your campaign and you pause the ones that you don't want to. So in the case of Liz, she sells more of paperbacks, so she should pause the Kindle version product. In case of fiction writers, I usually pause the paperback and keep the Kindle going. So the only way to increase the impressions for the ad that is not working is increasing the bid. Because there are two factors when it comes to assigning impressions, making you eligible for impressions. One is the price, so you outbid everybody else, and the second is relevancy of your book to the specific target. So let's say I have self-help books. If I try to target romance books, I need to pay like $5 to get some clicks, and still Amazon will not be that happy to do this because they know that the client won't be happy. The client was looking for a romance book, not some self-help stuff. So, and as we could see for Melissa, Christian fiction, Amazon recommends $3. She's getting clicks, a lot of clicks for just $1. Why? Because her book is a Christian fiction, is very relevant to that term, so she gets it cheaper. Fixed bits, but not down only. Okay, so because we are doing rather mass production, hundreds of ads, I would say fixed bits are for exact campaigns, exact targeting, for something you know the performance. Okay, you know that for Christian fiction it takes you 8 clicks, so it makes sense to bid up to $20, and that's your fixed bid. However, it's a bit over the board because you can get cheaper, but that's how I use fixed bids for something that I know the performance is known. Up and down and versus down only. So up and down gives Amazon more leeway, more options. It can bid your ad very, very low, like 5 cents, or let's say you bid dollar, it can be $2 if they think that it will convert, or rather the Amazon thinks. So uh, up and down versus down only gives you more options, so gives you more traffic. On the other hand, down only is easier to control when it comes to budget. If you want $1 clicks or less, use down only, and you never will get more than $1. Yes, you get it correctly. 40 targets or less, because if you use more, Amazon usually ignores like the lowest, and then you don't know if this is actually a bad keyword or just didn't get the love from the algorithm because it was busy with all those shiny targets from the top. Upper limit, how many keywords or products one should put in an ad. Yes, there is technical upper limit, 1,000. When it comes to keywords, products, I'm not so sure because I never was constricted by that. And again, one campaign is usually for one book, so why put 100? But I also am using actually all my books in one campaign on European markets because they are not English speaking, traffic is low. So instead of spending time on crafting the ads, I'm just putting everything into one bag. Yeah, I could put at least 40 products in one campaign. More than one clicks before evaluating. Yeah, that's a good start. Separate broad phrase and exact into campaigns. Right. No more than 40 targets. Right. Less than 10 clicks for reader is good. Definitely. All right. So if you have a series, no, only book one really works. I tried this with my clients, and yes, you can get some traffic to your other books. The conversion is just much worse. So especially if your budget is, limited, yeah, advertise just book one. So when it comes to running Kindle ads only to Kindle books and paperback to paperbacks, yes, the performance is better. So what we mean by that is, okay, product targeting ads with asins. When we advertise the Kindle version, we want to target the Kindle asins, not paperback asins. And yes, that's right. Like it still works, but it's better. The performance is better if you use Kindle for Kindles, paper for paper. Camila, okay, touching and it can break. It's more of a myth than true. But where it is true. So let's use Melissa's example, Christian fiction. Okay, she has it. It's working in that specific campaign. If she pause this campaign, start a new campaign, put Christian fiction there, the performance is unknown. Like Amazon treats it like a clean slate, and if she gets clicks and says, okay, it will work, but initially if it won't, then Amazon will think, okay, it's not a good relevant target, and that ad will actually not work that well. So taking things out of campaigns, stopping campaigns, but manipulating the bit, not so much, especially when it comes to, upping, downing. Um, it's just a normal thing with Amazon. Of course, they love your money. So if you go down, you will get less traffic. If you go up, you should get more traffic and more high quality traffic. Alrighty, so that's all the questions. The last thing is, so I would like to use this uh, event as a proof of concept. So I started a school community, very cheap, $9. I want you to vote with your wallets if that makes sense for you, to have access to me, to discuss such things regularly. So if like 10 people or more join, I will consider developing that community. But so it's just a proof of concept from my part. I will put the recording of this webinar on my website, and it's easy to find me on socials. I'm especially active on LinkedIn, so then you can connect with me and ask me more questions. Thank you, everyone. I didn't allow you to unmute, so I will be saying things. Thank you very much. Thank you for sitting to the end of it. 40 people, you are the best. And I had a blast explaining all of this to you. Take care. Thank you very much. Bye bye.